Welcome to our third play of this year's In the Works production. We have 2 actors and a director from One Night Stand Theater for our next play. Our Red Rocks Community College playwright says, "Since this pandemic began, I've noticed how much I've missed camping, but I've also realized that it's been so long that I've likely forgotten how to go about it. I feel I could very likely end up in a situation much like this one." And now, The Coffee Maker Campout by Avellia Ciapusci. It is a cool early morning. 2 tents are set up by a fire pit, and 2 camp chairs are set by the fire. A cooler sits between the chairs, and on it sits a household coffee maker. The coffee maker's cord is clearly seen, not plugged in. Simon and Greg sit on the chairs contemplating the coffee maker.
So, Greg,
Yeah.
why the hell did you bring that?
You said we would need coffee in the morning.
And how is that supposed to help us here?
It's a coffee maker?
We're in the middle of the woods.
Uh-huh.
That needs to plug into something to work.
Yep.
We're in the middle of the woods. Where do you expect to plug that in?
Maybe your car?
My car. You think you could just plug that into a car?
My wife's van has a plug.
Your wife got that car 2 years ago. Mine is 15 years older than that. It does not have a plug.
Huh. You might think about getting a new car, Simon.
I would if I could, Greg. I would if I could, but that's beside the point. Even if my car had a plug, it's about 5 miles back. Do you want to walk 5 miles for a cup of coffee?
No. I forgot we were hiking to the campsite.
You forgot. How do you pack that into a bag and just forget it's there? That must weigh like 8 pounds. You don't just accidentally pack a coffee maker in with your hiking bag.
I don't know what to tell you. I was told we would need coffee, so I packed a coffee maker. Look, I am not going to let a little setback ruin a nice breakfast.
Breakfast without coffee isn't breakfast.
We might have another problem.
Now what?
I just remembered how I fit the coffee maker in my bag. I didn't pack the coffee pots.
You forgot the cooking pots. You forgot the cooking pots. How do you forget the cooking pots for a goddamn coffee maker? There are things you need in order to make a camp. Forgetting the cooking pots is like forgetting the tent. What are we going to cook with?
We could roast weenies on sticks.
Oh, this is not the Boy Scouts, Greg, and you're not 12 anymore. We can't survive a week off of stick-roasted weenies. Oh, God. Please tell me you brought more to eat than weenies.
I did. I brought coffee and buns. I brought buns and ketchup.
And did you bring any kind of vegetable? I'm not talking about ketchup. You're lucky I brought some of my own food that I'm willing to share. That is, I would if all my food didn't need boiling water for it to be edible. How about some dry quinoa to go with your weenies? Or maybe you'd prefer a nice freeze-dried steak, or perhaps some raw pasta, nice and crunchy.
I'm sorry.
Did you prepare for this trip at all? I told you we needed coffee, not a coffee maker. Have you ever heard of instant coffee? It's wonderful. All you need is boiling water that I entrusted you to be able to provide with some pots and pans.
I'm sorry, Simon.
But now I'm pretty sure that even if you did bring them, you would have brought your wife's pots from home. So I'm glad she didn't suffer from your incompetence this week at least.
I'm sorry, Simon. I've never done this before. I've made a few mistakes. What was I supposed to do, though? Nobody told me how this worked or what I needed or that instant coffee powder exists? What can I say? I panicked. I don't remember getting all huffy at you when you didn't bring a raincoat for the ball game or accidentally brought non-alcoholic beer for a party. More than once, mind you. And now you're going to stomp around and get pissy with me for one thing?
You don't need to survive a week at a baseball game or a party.
Oh, I see. Your mistakes don't matter. Only mine, huh?
No, your mistake was bigger, and now we have no way to eat.
Fine, then.
Greg grabs the pot from the coffee maker and winds up to throw it.
Wait, I just...
Greg chucks the pot off stage and the sound of shattering glass is heard.
realized we could have cooked in that.
We could have what?
Yeah, we could have cooked in that pot. Maybe. I mean, it was designed to hold hot stuff, right? Now it's gone too.
Why didn't you say so before? Why didn't you stop me?
Well, I only just realized when you grabbed it, and I tried to stop you, but you just kind of did it.
Any chance we can cook in the other part of it?
It's made of plastic.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We really messed this one up, huh, bud?
Yep.
Greg stands still for a moment, then suddenly rushes to his tent, throws out his sleeping bag and other belongings, and begins hastily disassembling the tent, collapsing it with him still inside.
Whoa, whoa, whoa now, Greg, there's no need for that.
Oh, yeah? I screwed this one up right from the get-go, and now it's time for us to leave and forget this, and for you to never invite me camping ever again, because obviously I don't know how.
Wait, just a minute now. Stop that. Don't be so defeatist.
Some other items get tossed out of Greg's tent. A laptop, a hairdryer.
Obviously, this is all pretty new to you, and I didn't realize that you didn't know this stuff.
Really? You think?
Come on now, stop that. I have a proposition.
Oh?
He grabs the coffee maker and tries to fit it into the top of the bag. It doesn't fit.
And what would that be?
Do you remember that town a few miles back before we parked? I think I saw a dollar store there. So I tell you what, we leave camp here, hike back up to the car and drive down there and see what we can find. They've got to have some cheap cooking pots and some instant coffee. It'll get us through. And we'll pick up some more diverse food for you, like a vegetable or two. And we'll even grab a couple beers to celebrate. How's that sound?
Alcoholic beer, right?
Yes, alcoholic beer.
I think you've got yourself a deal, Simon.
They shake hands, then exit. A couple of moments pass. Then Greg reappears to grab the coffee maker and exits with it. Blackout. And that is our play. Thank you to our actors, Randy Diamon as Simon and Troy Lakey as Greg. Thanks also to our director, Suzanna Wellens, and our playwright, Avellia Ciapusci. We thank you for watching. If you want to know what it's like to be kidnapped by extraterrestrials, check out our next play called What is Love? Goodbye.